anything else?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Vaccines? Oh, I'm
Amazing.
not
So
gonna
Bubble
get a
held.
shot
I woke up.
until
I
if you
woke
tell me
up
to wait
at
until
5 in the
November.
morning, and I immediately went to the Conahead outage map,
Did you? Yeah.
and there was nothing in Portchester or Rybrook. Hi, Fred.
The bubble held.
You can see what I've been
All
doing.
right, thank you.
I had it from 5 years ago, but I haven't been to Barnes or Venice in a long time.
All right, can you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and good evening. It is Tuesday, October 14th. It's a little after 7:30. We just came from executive session where we discussed planning board appointment. We have a fairly short agenda. I do want to start off by just saying I want to say thank you to our police, fire, EMS, DPW, everyone else. This was looking like it was going to be a pretty bad storm this past weekend. The nor'easter, we ended up being okay. We ended up with no power outages in the village of Rybrook, which was pretty amazing, I think. And I think I saw that Portchester didn't have any either. So
Great.
thankfully, the winds did not hit as hard as they thought. All right. So going straight into our resolutions. Resolution number 1. Considering the appointment of John B. Colangelo as the Portchester Community Representative on the Emergency Medical Services Committee.
Whereas the intermunicipal agreement between the Village of Rybrook, the City of Rye, and the Village of Portchester for emergency medical services established the Emergency Medical Services Committee, or the EMSC, and whereas pursuant to the intermunicipal agreement, it establishes a community representative from each of the participating municipalities to be proposed by the court and ratified by each of the communities. And whereas in a letter dated September 24th, 2025 from Kenny Barton, Administrator, John Colangelo has been recommended by the corps as the community representative for the Village of Portchester. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the appointment of John Colangelo to the Emergency Medical Services Committee as the community representative for the Village of Portchester for a 3-year term.
Thank you, Chris. Can I have a motion and second, please?
So moved.
Second.
And, we see that this is the community representative for Portchester. This is proposed to us from the EMSC board.
From the corps, actually. The process is the corps, the ambulance corps recommends a name, and then each municipality has to either agree or approve or disapprove.
Right. So this is the Portchester representative. Again, it's as we pay into the EMS service, so does the City of Rye and the Village of Portchester. That's why we have to ratify this.
Yes, and I would mention, this is a reappointment. Mr. Colangelo has been on the EMSC as a very active participant, does a great job, and never misses a meeting, and is said he's very vocal and supporting and going through the details and finances of the EMSC.
All right. Any questions or comments from the board?
No.
Trustee Epstein?
Yes.
Trustee Heiser?
Yes.
Trustee Crom?
Yes.
Trustee Morlino?
Yes.
And Mayor Klein?
Yes. Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Colangelo, for doing that work. All right. Resolution number 2: considering a contingent appointment to the position of police officer.
Now therefore be it resolved that Patrick Klumak of Piermont, New York is hereby conditionally appointed to the position of police officer with the Village of Rybrook, subject to the civil service procedures of the state of New York, and according to the offer letter dated September 30th, 2025, and be it further resolved the annual salary is $66,637 with an effective estimated start date of November 1st, 2025.
Thank you, Chris. Can I have a motion and second, please?
Motion.
We got 2 motions. Can we get a second?
I'll drop my motion second.
Thank you. We're very excited to be adding another officer to the force. This is another very qualified individual. We love that we're able to have people transfer to us from New York City. I mean, this has really opened up a great line. And, you know, because we have so many lakes in the village of Rybrook, if we ever need a diver, at least we know we have our guy.
And if I can give a little bit of a background if you like, Mayor.
Please.
Okay, so Mr. Comac has been a New York City police officer since October of 2022. He's a graduate of Rockland Community College and has an associate's in fire science. And he has also served for the Village of Piermont in the Public Works Department. So he has prior municipal experience as well. And he said it was a really strong interview, and this is the first in a several-step process in hiring a police officer, which is why they're never here at this stage. There's still a few more steps that we need to go through, and once he's fully appointed, then we'll bring him to meet the village board after the process is completed.
Questions or comments?
Yeah, Chris, is there something we have to reimburse the city for the training?
Not
Is that-
only
this?
only within a certain amount of time frame. So he's past that.
He's past that.
3
Oh, good.
years, he's,
2 years. It's within the first 2 years. If
Oh,
you
good.
if you hire a transfer within the first 2 years, that home agency is allowed to request.
Requested reimbursement for training.
And that's
he's
good.
been 3 years.
Yeah,
Good.
in our case, which is good because you don't, it's nice to have somebody with experience, but also at the same time, it's still,
Have the training.
early on in their early part of their career, so they'll learn all the Rybrook, parts of the department as well. And so it's really a sweet spot there that really works well for everybody. And we've only had to pay another community one time in all the years. We do get transfers. Usually it's at least 2 years out. We've only had to do that one other time for another Westchester community.
All right, any other questions or comments?
No.
Trustee Epstein?
Yes.
Trustee Heiser?
Yes.
Trustee Crom?
Yes.
Trustee Morlino,
Yes.
and Mayor Klein.
Yes, thank you. We look
And
forward to meeting him.
And I should say, the reason you pay another community is because they've
No, they sell
paid
the money.
cost for
Yeah.
their police training, and they, the first 6 months they're at the police academy, so they didn't get, they didn't get
It
the
makes
benefit of
sense.
that, and they had to pay.
No, that's
yeah.
fair. I was
So
just
that's-
curious.
And we would want the same thing.
Yeah,
If we're,
that's right.
If we're paying the expenses of training someone and they,
Yep.
quickly take a job somewhere else, we would absolutely want
Yep.
that. So.
I wasn't sure that time frame. That was my
2 years,
question. Yeah.
All right, resolution number 3, considering an agreement between the Village of Rybrook and Fire Engineering Training for fire department training.
Sounds redundant, doesn't it?
It does.
But the name of the company is Fire Engineering
Training.
Training. So whereas the Village of Rybrook is seeking to help the fire department receive additional training, and whereas Rybrook has received a proposal from Fire Engineering Training to provide virtual training modules for the fire department, and whereas the proposal is a 1-year agreement at a total cost of $1,681, and whereas the Village of Rybrook seeks to enter into a proposed agreement with Fire Engineering Training, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the proposed agreement with Fire Engineering Training, and be it further resolved the mayor and administrator are authorized to execute all documents necessary to accomplish the purposes of the resolution.
Thank you, Chris. Can I have a motion and second, please?
So moved.
Second.
It's obviously we're all in on getting additional training,
Yes.
that our department requests. Helps them stay ready for when they have to.
Yes, and this is obviously when we saw the demos, we saw the product. We have one firefighter that does this at a different agency that he works for, and uses this training where he volunteers. I watched it. We saw the demos with them. We showed the union president too. So it's a really nice program. The other part of it that you don't see here is we're able to add our policies into the software. We're able to our existing Rybrook policies. We're able to add videos that we do have because remember these are rotating positions, in terms of shifts. So sometimes we have to do video training and they have to sign off. So all this can be put in there. The employee will have their own page to review all the training that they've done. The senior firefighter on shift. This is really supplemental training. This isn't your 100-hour training. But it's the senior firefighter on duty or a supervisor could say, we want you to do this today. And then the group can do that as a whole. Some of it is video plus skills training that you do outside of that or right after. So it's a really interesting program. We decided to do it for a year at a very nominal cost. It's $100 a firefighter for the year, which is great.
Yeah.
And we have 2 administrative licenses, one for Greg, one for myself, because we have to address anything with PESH or anything else, and copies of their training records. So we have access to the training records.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful. All right. Any questions or comments?
It's $100
A year per firefighter.
firefighter, okay.
It's a bargain.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
How do you,
And there's
make
thousands of
sure-
videos.
I understand. How do you just make sure that the firefighters are really watching it? Are there answers? Is there a quiz or, you know?
I don't
how's it-
remember if there was a quiz at the end, but they do have, they got to go through it in order to get the certificates. I just don't recall. I'm sorry. I just don't recall.
It's okay, because
Yeah.
that's my only worry
Mhm.
about interaction.
And we'll be able to see how it's working. If it's not working, then we can stop it. It's only 1 year.
Don't you remember the videos we used to have to see on harassment?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why I'm asking.
I still do every year.
Trustee Epstein, one thing I will add to it, it will allow Chris and I to be able to see their progress
Yeah.
too and what they're doing.
Online
So that's what the
And
admin
then
access
some of
allows
it
us
is
to do.
skills, and then you go into, but it's virtual.
All right. Any
for the
other
training
questions or
part.
comments from
And
the board?
modules.
Trustee Epstein,
Yes.
Trustee Heiser,
Yes.
Trustee Crom,
Yes.
Trustee Molino,
Yes.
and Mayor Klein.
Yes. Thank you. Resolution number 4, considering authorizing the use of village streets for the Tamarack Tower Foundation Thanksgiving Day Turkey Trot.
Whereas the Tamarack Tower Foundation requests permission to hold its annual Thanksgiving Day Turkey Trot on Sunday, November 23rd from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. And now therefore be resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the use of village streets on Sunday, November 23rd from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. along the route described in a letter dated October 9th, and be it further resolved the village streets shall be used in compliance with the terms or conditions established by the police department.
Thank you, Chris. Can I have a motion second, please?
Motion?
Second.
So I have participated in this in the past when my son was younger. Now I would not participate with him because he'll run circles around me. But I may still try and get out there and do a little jogging that morning to work off the turkey. So,
But this is pre-Thanksgiving.
oh, it is. You're right. This year it's pre-Thanksgiving.
So this is to make room for the
To
turkey.
make room for
Make
the
room
turkey.
for the turkey.
So it's the day before? When is this?
This is a Sunday.
This is the Sunday before.
Thanksgiving is the 27th.
Why are they doing it, why did they change the date this year?
No idea.
Okay.
So, all right. Any other questions or comments?
Trustee Epstein,
Yes.
Trustee Heiser,
Yes.
Trustee Crom,
Yes.
Trustee Morlino,
Yes.
and Mayor Klein.
Yes, thank you. Resolution number 5, considering accepting a donation for the pumpkin patch event.
This is post
Post
event.
pumpkin patch.
Whereas Jessica Luck of 14 Rockridge Drive wished to donate $100 to the annual pumpkin patch event on October 11th, and whereas Rybrook is interested in accepting the grant donation, now therefore be resolved that the board, acting as the board of directors of the Friends of Rybrook, accepts the grant donation, the amount of $100 to the annual pumpkin patch event on October 11th, 2025. Be it further resolved, the mayor and administrator are authorized to sign any documents necessary to accomplish the purposes of the resolution.
Thank you, Chris. Can I have a motion and second, please?
So, second.
Well, we certainly appreciate the donation.
Yeah, and the reason what they did is they set up with the pumpkins and everything else, and they brought stuff in. They brought in a whole bunch of stuff, and they set up like a photo area, and then they just left some cards on the table, and then who does it, and then they left. That was it. So
Gotcha.
it was very nice, and
That
we
is
actually had
nice.
another photo op location.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate that. It was a nice event. I mean, the
was.
weather actually held off, which was nice. It was kind of misting on and off all day Saturday. But when I was there, I was there for about an hour, I guess. There was a steady stream of people coming
Yeah.
through. It was constant that,
Even with
I
a little
was,
drizzle.
I was giving the donuts. Well, I mean, giving the donuts for sale, but plating donuts and
Yeah, we games for
people
the
were
kids.
coming with the games. One of the games was really tough. It was trying to get the ping pong ball in a like a little
Fish
fish
bowls.
bowl thing, and the hole was not much larger than the ping pong ball, but it was fun. Every kid I saw was having a great time. People got their pumpkins. It was, again, really nice of
It
them.
was. And I should say the donors' business is called Pop of Pumpkin. So it's they do pumpkin displays and things like that.
All right. Any questions or comments from the board?
One question, how many pumpkins did we sell?
A little bit less normal but we do continue to sell them out of Rybrook Rec. So we also get them for the school district, which they pay us for. They buy pumpkins from us, the school district, every year for their displays and so forth.
Right. And I did see
Usually
the post.
it's been amazing. Every year we've gotten down to like less than 6 or so, like literally right down to the numbers. It's been incredible. But with the weather this year, it was just a little bit over. I think we've under 100 pumpkins left, maybe 50 or so. And we use some for the displays here too, and out by the signs and so forth. And we'll
what a
continue,
stash.
and we'll
What a
continue,
stash.
and we'll continue to sell them out of the rec department.
So you come there and get by them direct?
You can buy them
Yeah, and
direct.
it was.
Oh,
I
good.
did see the post or email.
Yeah.
Something went out saying, "Come by, get them from the."
They're
rec-
really good
starting-
pumpkins.
Starting tomorrow.
All the pumpkins look perfect. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great.
They're really nice pumpkins.
I can't wait to make soup.
And we appreciate Musket Farm that gave us
That's
the lead on
Yes.
on where to buy these. All right. Any other questions or comments?
No.
Great
Trust-
job.
Trustee Epstein?
Yes.
Trustee Heiser?
Yes.
Trustee Crom?
Yes.
Trustee Morlino,
Yes.
And Mayor Klein.
Yes, thank you. Resolution number 6, considering modifying the dates of village board meetings in November. And I did, Chris, I should have spoken to you. I did poll the board.
Okay.
And, it seems that the 12th works for us.
Well, okay.
So we're talking
So we'll
November,
just move
right?
it the day after.
Great.
And I don't think there were any other conflicting meetings. I looked on
Great.
Civic Web.
Excellent. So now therefore be resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby cancels the regular meeting scheduled on November 11th and schedules a meeting on November 12th.
Thank you, Chris. Can I have a motion and second, please?
Second.
Any questions, comments? I know I did send a text around.
When is the ARB? Is it the second or the third week?
It doesn't show on Civic Web, so let me just look real quick because I think that's the 19th. Yeah, ARB is the 19th,
Thank you.
so it would be the week after. But that is, obviously we want to move this off of Veterans Day.
It's good.
All right.
Trustee Epstein?
Yes.
Trustee Heiser?
Yes.
Trustee Crom?
Yes.
Trustee Morlino,
Yes.
And Mayor Klein.
Yes. Thank you. Administrator's report.
Okay, just have a few items. Leaf collection started last week. So, yep, you can see the trees are starting to turn. So we had one truck go out starting last Thursday. It starts technically, I guess, October 1st, but, we let it build up a little bit before we start. So, yeah, last Thursday we started October 9th, which also means, just a reminder, tight leaf piles, as don't stretch them out really wide. We have the target we always have stated when we did this in coordination with the board is a maximum of 3 weeks between collections, which will only be in its peak period, and usually we beat that by far. But that's the target that we set. So just please put them out in tight rows. Don't keep any foreign objects out of it. Anything that we put in there, and we've seen everything from meat grinders to railroad spikes to everything else. It's dangerous for the employees, number one, and that's the primary concern, but it also breaks the equipment as well. So it slows down the operation, but most importantly, creates a hazard for our employees because it goes really fast into the chutes. Again, last Saturday we talked about was the pumpkin patch, and we're continuing to sell the pumpkins in Rybrook Rec. This Saturday, Greg Rivera is coordinating with the Sustainability Committee for the Bowman Avenue cleanup. That's this Saturday, October 18th. You can go to our website for any more details or to register. And that's something the board wanted for several years. We've been able to do this on an annual basis. It continually gets a lot of debris on Bowman Avenue. And anyone who's looking for community service hours or just helping keep Rybrook beautiful, It's a nice way to do that. It's a safe way to do it. The police close down the road, so there's no concern about traffic going through as you're picking up any items or any debris. Halloween, which is a really fun event, is on October 25th. So that's our dog costume contest, and we have the
very
Humane
cool.
Society with adoptable dogs. It's always a lot of fun, always a great turnout, and it's a really nice opportunity to get out with your neighbors and really some fun costumes for your dogs. We also have our Trunk and Treat, which is October 29th, and that's also a really heavy turnout for a very short time period. I think it goes from 6 to 7 or 6 to 7:30, and all the kids come out in their costumes. All the departments and not-for-profit agencies that work for the village all come out and decorate their cars, and it's a really fun event. Gets very competitive between the departments, and it's a lot of fun. Chief just let me know the Columbus Day Parade was rescheduled. I put that in the board packet as well last week, but the Columbus Day Parade is rescheduled to October 19th. That's this Sunday, October 19th. And other things to note, just want to mention that, we work on a lot of other projects in the village with the board members. We have our Green Building Task Force that's working hard. We have the moratorium that's in place that we're working on for legislation. We get a lot of inquiries from our developers on that. We also have, we're going to be doing a recap of our camp program at November board meeting. And the other one I just want to mention is because it's just about to kick off, the Village of Rybrook and the Portchester School District are working on the joint traffic, parking, and pedestrian study. And Labella Associates, after an RFP process, request for proposals, they were selected by both boards to be the consultant to work on this project, and that project's kicking off this month. So we'll be meeting the task force members, the group that the board selected to serve on that. That group will be meeting and kicking off the meeting with our consultant later this month. So a lot going on.
Great. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, there's definitely a lot going on.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
And I would
And we
just, everyone knows, I won't be able to attend the next meeting. I'll be at a conference at the next meeting. Greg will be here, but I won't be here.
All right. So noted. Any questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, anything further from the board? Yes, Trustee Crock.
I would just like to give commendation to the whole police department. There's very few robberies in Rybrook. This was a house robbery that occurred, was it about a week ago?
Yep.
There was
Wednesday.
there was a press release that was posted. I saw it on Facebook, but I also knew about it other venues. But just somebody saw a robbery in progress, thought they saw a robbery in progress in their house from the Ring camera. They were not at home. Nobody was home. No people were in danger, but they thought they saw an intruder, breaking into their house. Called our police department. The police responded very expeditiously and arrested a suspect in progress, who's been arraigned and who's now, waiting, presumably trial, whatever. But compliments to everybody in the department because, most of these things, reports of suspicious vehicles or people, or end up being checked out. They end up being nothing, but the police deserve credit for responding to every single one of these things. A lot of people have alarms. I know I do. There's a lot of false alarms from the alarm companies. Again, if they're not called off before, they end up having to go out, and they always do. And so for everyone that's gone out on these for it being a false alarm, here's one. Again, expeditiously go out and find somebody in progress and make the arrest. So compliments to everybody. I'm very proud of our department, and we put a lot of our resources toward this, and here's the situation. Again, compliments to everybody, not just the officers that made the arrest, but perhaps special commendation to them, but the entire department. Very proud to be on this board and have such a great, in this case, such a great outcome.
Very well said. Yes.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions or comments? All right, the next meeting of the Board of Trustees will be October 28th and now November 12th.
Yes.
Thank you and have a good night. fastest
So hopefully we
meeting
still have the record.
ever.
Give an extra copy.